and opposed the same. Okay, then that's what we'll do. Now, then, yes, do you have a question? Is this going to move us forward? Okay.
Eloy Dalindo from Rizal Philippines Annual Conference East. We're saying that we have to accept the whole report of the CPORO, but there are two recommendations. I have not heard any motion or action regarding recommendation number 1. We're talking about recommendation number 2 regarding the omnibus action. So did we act on recommendation number 1, which says that we are approving the handbook or Philippine Central Conference handbook and the list of all the participants under the legislative committees? Did we act on it?
No. Okay. What we decided to do was just to accept the report, right? All right. And we voted on that.
May I offer, ma'am, the word receive rather than accept? Because if you accept
the report.
Yeah.
All right. I'm not accustomed to doing it that way, so you just, my apologies. So, do you want to speak to the whole, or do you want to speak to this process? Name, please, and
Phoebe Crismo, Northern Philippines Annual Conference. I want to speak on the language of the whole package. I would like us to use inclusive language, especially we're referring to persons like bishops, chairpersons, lay leaders, and so forth and so on. Let us use inclusive language for all of the recommended amendments so that we will not be going back and forth. I request that the CPORO or the Secretariat will do that, make sure that that is done.
are you willing to do that?
Accepted, ma'am, accepted.
All right, great. Okay.
We will be as inclusive as possible.
Great. Okay. All right, then, we've accepted the report. Now we're ready to perfect it. All right? Then, are there any changes that you want to address in, let's just say part 1, just so we keep moving in one direction? In Article 1. You have something in Article 1?
Madam Chair, I move that this conference approves the new amendment under section 18, page 9.
Well, I still think we need to just kind of move forward from start to end.
Mr. Chairman,
So
Chair.
when we get there,
Yes, Madam Chair, I move that we approve amendment section 1, page 1.
how about if we do it this way? Last time I let you have your way. This time we're going to do it my way. If there's anything you
madam.
want to do
You
in
do it,
Article,
madam.
just listen to me. If there's anything you want to do in Article 1, then you will go to a mic. If nobody goes to a mic, I'm going to go on to Article 2 because you've already accepted it. If there's nothing in Article 2, we go to Article 3. If there's something in Article 3, then someone will go to a mic, etc. Okay? We got that. Are you good? Are we good? Are we okay? All right, good. Okay. All right, yes.
Thank you, Bishop. Levi Bautista Clergy, Northern Philippines. I would like to offer a motion to amend Section 2. And if I may be in order.
Actually, I'm not sure I'm at Section 2 yet.
Article 1, Section 2. I thought you're there already.
No. I haven't put anything before you yet. Oh, okay. I was giving examples of how we were going to do it, but I haven't put anything before us. Now, this is the word I've just been given. They want to switch from the generator to electric. So they would like for us to take a short break, all right? So I suggest this be a stand-up break, and I don't really know how long that takes. but we will begin again as soon as they're able to switch power. All right? So we're in recess.
It might be a good time to switch just to give a different voice.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
This gets stressful. Either one of us could do the whole thing. That's not good. That's a good way to do the tape.
All right. Oh, it's on? Oh, all right. We're done. It's ready.
It's already done? All set?
Well, we had a pleasant surprise, friends. They've already made the switch, and we can resume. So please take your places. As Bishop Dick and I are sharing the responsibilities of this presiding, I'm going to step forward for a bit so we can go back and forth and share leadership and model sharing and how well we can work as a team. We will resume the process of perfecting the revised plan of organization and rules of order. We will follow the process Bishop Dick has outlined, and I will identify each article and section for review. If during the time we're looking at that article and section, you have an amendment you want to make or a question you want to ask about that section or article, we'll do it at that time. When we have passed that section, we'll go to the next and we don't go back. Okay, are we clear? When we have completed the process, we will vote on the perfected document. All right? Part 1, Article 1. Any questions about Section 1? No? Moving past Section 1, Section 2. Yes.
Thank you, Bishop Brown, Levi Bautista, Clergy, Northern Philippines. I would like to move to amend Section 2, and if I'm in order, may I?
You're in order.
I move that Section 2 shall read as follows. Philippines Central Conference. The Philippines Central Conference is one of the central conferences of the United Methodist Church. It was established for the work of the United Methodist Church in the Republic of the Philippines and in other places where its ministries lead it to. And if I have a second, I'll speak to it.
Is there a second? You have a second.
Thank you, Bishop. I think we're shooting ourselves in the foot. The United Methodist Church is a global church, and it is built on the foundation of connectionalism. The United Methodist Church in the Philippines has ministries with migrant workers in Hong Kong. That's not the Republic of the Philippines. It has work in the Middle East. That's not the Republic of the Philippines. I think the only proviso by saying that it is beyond the United Methodist Church in the Philippines is to make sure that if there is already an organized United Methodist Church in Minnesota, the Republic of the Philippines Central Conference do not go there. If there's already established church in another conference, we don't go there, and the Philippines Central Conference does not take that in its scope.
All right. Now, just to say how we'll proceed, after each one of these, The last voice will be the chair of the committee, will be given an opportunity to speak. First, I want to ask if there are others that wish to speak on this amendment, and I would ask the maker of the amendment to make sure they write it down to assist the secretariat. Anyone else wish to speak on this amendment? All right. Yes?
Bishop, I'm speaking in favor of the amendment.
All right.
I'm in favor of the amendment because we know that one of the missions of the United Methodist Church, or the focus of the United Methodist Church, even in our General Conference, is the ministry for the migrant workers. Here in the Philippines, we have also extension in Nepal. The Baguio Episcopal area has extension in Nepal. So if we'll go back to the original statement, or the original statement in Section 2, that is very limiting. While in amending it, we are not limiting the ministry of our church, because it will lead us to places where our ministry is needed.
All right. Thank you. Anyone wish to speak against this amendment? I see none. The chair of the committee, you're invited to speak. I think we're ready to take action.
Yes, we are aware of the presence of certain mission work. The only concern of the committee here is if it interferes with the work of another Methodist church in the area, then some sort of adjustments, because we are supposed to be, the understanding of the committee is we are a connectional church. But we have no serious objection really on the proposed amendment, except that the concern is it should not be the opening of mission work in other areas is a welcome move, except that it should not irritate relationships with a fellow autonomous or Methodist group in the area.
All right.
That's the only concern, Bishop. But essentially, we have no objection. We really have no serious objection to the proposed amendment.
All right, then. This amendment is before the body. If you would approve the amendment, I'm thinking you don't need to have it read again. Does anyone need to hear it again? Okay, I think you understand it. If you would approve the amendment, would you lift your hand? Thank you. If you oppose the amendment, would you raise your hand? The amendment is passed. Let's go now to Section 3. I see no one wishing to speak. Section 4. Section 5. That completes Article 1. Article 2. Anyone wish to speak to Section 1? Section 2? Section 3? Section 4? Section 5? Parliamentary inquiry. Please state the nature of your parliamentary inquiry.
Thank you, Bishop. Levi Bautista, Northern Philippines Clergy. The Bishop made a clear instruction that once we have moved away from a section, that we will never go back to it. But you will soon realize that certain sections have intersecting phrases that refer to a paragraph that are not. Let me give you an example, Bishop. Article 2, Section 1. Letter E, Committee on Election. That is something that I have an interest in, and that's still way down the line. But to already propose that I amend and strike down the Committee on Election is quite premature. So I would like the Bishop to consider technicalities of that sort.
That's a helpful observation, And I think the chair will rule that if there is a direct relationship to an action, a change you agree to make that has implications on other previous paragraphs, then they will be reconsidered. All right, thank you. Article 6. Yes. Were you wanting 5 or 6? What section, 5 or 6?
This is Norma Doliago, Philippines Annual Conference.
Thank you.
May I request the annual conference to go back to section 3 because I have an amendment to make. It's too quick. May I be permitted to share an amendment on section page 4, 3, on the handbook?
I'm going to assume that you had your hand up and I just missed you for a moment. So we'll go back to 3. I don't want to make a habit of this. We won't get out of here. Go ahead.
I just want to amend a last sentence for this, saying that, and the handbook shall be distributed to the Philippine Central Conference delegates at least 1 month before the conference session starts.
All right.
It's in page 4, line 102,
All right.
for our guidance.
Chair of the committee, let me ask you, is that something you can accept? That is accepted by the committee, on behalf of the committee. All right? Any objection to that? All right, this is the body, so any objections, fine. We are now looking, any questions on section 6? Section 7. Section 8. Section 9. Section 10. Section 11. Section 12. Section 13. Section 14. Yes, please.
Bishop, it's just a matter of concern. Can you do it slowly for us? We could
Surely, I'm
hardly
going
catch
too
up.
fast.
Yeah,
I
you're too fast.
apologize.
Yeah.
I'm going to pause. Did I miss anybody that had a question about anything, including and prior to section 14, that I went by too fast? Yes, ma'am.
Not only going slowly, Bishop, but also on sections that are new. There are portion sections that are new. It was put there, new.
Okay.
Can we go more
Surely.
slowly on that matter?
Surely.
Because we have not fully read these amendments.
The chair accepts your advice and will do so. At this point, we are at section 14, and I will go back for any of these recent sections that I may have gone, that are new, that I may have gone by too quickly. Give you a moment now. I think that gives you a chance to catch up. Okay. We're going to move now to section 15. Anybody want to comment on section 15? Is this about the right amount of time? Okay. Section 16. Section 17. Question on section 17. We'll start here.